What's up, B?
What's up, Heather?
B, what are you doing?
Heather, I'm holding in my hand a bottle that looks like it belongs in like Churchill's war room, which, by the way, I visited. It's really nice.
It's really
a bunker.
cool.
The bunker's great.
It's so cool.
Or this could be in like one of the villain's lairs in a Bond movie. In my hand, I hold the Old Fitzgerald bottled in bond, 7-year.
You're caressing it like Bond would caress one of the Bond girls.
Have you seen the Bond girl? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but Jesus, B, it's a fancy decanter. Calm down.
Nice curves.
Calm down.
Everyone likes a nice curve.
Apparently, you really do.
1, 2. I wonder how many curves it's got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count. 1, 2,
Okay,
3.
start here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 curves.
She's a curvy girl.
Yep.
But
And
B,
curves.
seriously? B,
Yep.
it's a bottle. Calm down.
This is royalty. This is weeded.
They might have made it look that way.
I don't know. It's royalty sealed under the ancient law of bottled in bond.
The ancient
Yes.
law that's barely 100 years old.
That's rare than a positive review on Reddit.
That's fair.
And thanks to Steve, one of our amazing patrons, we now owe our firstborn child, being I've only got one of those by Theo.
I've got a spare, so.
We've got to taste this here on the show.
Yeah, huge thanks to Steve. You're officially on the soon-to-be-erected Tortured Bourbon Wall of Fame. I think you'll be only you, and then that picture of B from when he tried to smuggle a flask into a distillery tour.
It was research, and in my younger days, I was able to
Do a lot of
place
smuggling.
flasks in place where they were needed. Everyone needs a flask every now and then.
That's true.
In your
That's
younger
true.
days.
Anyway, speaking of poor decisions,
Yeah.
P-O-O-R, this is a Poor Decisions Wednesday. It's the day of the week where we don't really question things. We just pour it and we pray it's not awful. But before we do our pouring today, I am obligated to remind you to like, subscribe, and don't miss a single episode.
Now follow us on all the things, that being Facebook, X, and Instagram. But before you leave the interwebs, I'm asking you to check out our revamped website, torturedbourbon.com. It doesn't get any easier than that, torturedbourbon.com. There you will find links to posts for all of our episodes. You'll find a link to our revamped merch. You get these cool shirts that say medicinal whiskey with our little...
and I just got a new color.
New color, yeah.
Yeah,
little,
excited.
got a little upper tramp stamp right here, the Tortured Bourbon symbol. It's really cool.
We might have hats at some point, right?
We might have hats at some point.
We might have hats at some point.
And you can read epic rants that we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's right. So you're getting episode on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're getting rants on Tuesday, Thursday. That is access to 5 days of bourbon content just for you at the low, low price of just click on the link.
And y'all, I don't usually like to toot B's horn, but his rants are really funny. Actually, I really like them. So you should check them out.
Heather's trying to convince me to record them as shorts.
So I have a vision. I have a vision of what they'll look like, and it's epic. So.
You're getting visions of Dennis Leary being very angry.
No, I'm getting visions of Lewis Black.
Oh, okay.
Like behind a bear.
Fair
Or
enough.
actually, it's this really cool crossover between Lewis Black and his rants and how like angry his face gets. But then Jon Stewart, when he gets really passionate, sitting behind the desk and he starts like throwing his pen a little bit. That's kind of the crossover I'm looking for.
He has a great podcast he does. In addition to the show, in addition to the Daily Show, he does a podcast where he has different guests. It's really good.
He's amazing.
It's more serious. It's more serious-minded than the show. This show's about bourbon.
Is it?
And
And we're back.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know what we're back just in time for? You know?
I bet
What are
not.
we back in time for, B?
Another reason for our viewers to switch off. Otherwise known as History with Heather.
Okay. Well, for those of you that love me, drop a comment and stay with me for some history with Heather. So, this bottle, Old Fitz, well, really, Old Fitzgerald in general, has roots that go deep into bourbon lore. And like most good legends, it's got some half-truths, some marketing wizardry, and some bootleg level hype. So it was originally introduced in 1870 by John E. Fitzgerald, a potentially mythical, not sure if he was actually real, federal agent who might or might not have stolen the best barrels for himself. You know what? Respect Old Fitz. I get it. That's why they named him Old Fitz.
Now, the real fame came when Pappy Van Winkle acquired the brand in the 1930s, producing it at the Stitzel Weller Distillery in Louisville. That's where the magic of wheated bourbon became a legend.
So in 1992, Heaven Hill acquired the rights and began producing it at their Bernheim distillery in Louisville.
That's right. And if the Fitzgerald name is similar to you, if you want to check out our larceny episodes, in the link right above these devil's horns right here, what you will find out is all about how larceny is named after the Fitzgerald legacy.
Yeah.
In fact, I believe his name is on the bottle.
It is. It's Johnny Fitz. It's on the side.
But that's so you've got the key thing again and the key. Yeah. So
they play into it. They play into it. Yeah. But this, for some reason, his vibe changes. So with larceny, we go just straight criminal.
That's
and
right.
with Old Fitz, it's
regal.
A distinguished man of the people.
That's right.
I don't really know how.
Very different.
It's all about branding, B.
Hey.
It's all about branding.
Yeah. We've got a crest on that one. We got a lot to go over here. Crest.
It's straight royalty. Yeah. I want a crest.
I'll draw you a crest.
Thank you. Can you tell ChatGPT to do that for me?
Yeah, probably.
And then work on it in Adobe?
Sure.
Thanks so much. B's skills are unparalleled, y'all.
We'll get it done tonight.
So this Decanter series was launched in 2018. It pays tribute to the Old Fitz legacy with age-stated bottled and bond releases that honestly look like they belong in a glass case under velvet lighting.
Yeah. So, bottled and bond breakdown. Now, let's talk about what bottled and bond means. And
We've never talked about that on our show, have we?
Never. But if you'd like to learn more, we have a 100-part mini-series linked right here.
Just about that many.
Where we drank a lot of bottled and bond.
16.
Yeah, 16 bottled and bonds to try to decide which was our favorite.
Yeah, and tune in to find out which one it was.
That's right.
It might surprise you.
It might. So, the Bottled and Bond Act was created in 1897, and here are the basic requirements. It requires it to be at least 4 years old, distilled by one distiller in one distillery in one distilling season, 1 on 1 on 1, and bottled at 100 proof. And must be stored in a federally bonded warehouse, which is like a bourbon government-issued passport.
Yeah. It unlocks doors.
But ching, look at that.
I'm here all week.
In a world of those shady labels, it's, a mystery source juice. It's supposed to be a mark of quality. And which is specifically why they did it in 1897. Making it, as I just sit here and hiccup my way through this glass of Jefferson's.
I think B accidentally had some non-bottled and bond, like old school juice before we got started.
Yeah, if you go back, it's the first in the American government, any type of Food and Drug Administration, they don't have the FDA at that time, but it's like an FDA-like regulation. It's like the first one of its time. So here this is for the people. We're bringing you a history lesson. We're supplementing your education. You're welcome, America.
You should appreciate it, honestly.
Yeah.
And I just love this.
You can, because you can buy us a coffee in the link right down below. Say thank you.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. All right. So the details on this very specific Old Fitzgerald product. This one is 7-year bottled and bond. So it's distilled by Heaven Hill in their Bernheim distillery in Louisville, Kentucky. It was released in the fall of 2023. It is, as it says on the bottle, 7 years old. And again, like B said, it's 100 proof because it's bottled and bond.
All right, Miss Katie, tell us the mash bill.
We got 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley.
All right, which is, I believe, pretty close to Heaven Hill's basic wheated mash bill of some source.
You're right.
So if you pay MSRP, bless you, that's $60. That is awesome. However, secondary, you can look to pay $250 plus.
It's pretty hard to get. It's allocation only, and it's part of a rotating kind of semi-annual release lineup.
They've probably got it by crate loads in a Sam's Club in California. They probably do.
Well, it looks like they stole it from a Vatican whiskey vault. So
that'd be awesome.
Can we
Vatican whiskey vault.
Oh my gosh, Hollywood, call me! What a movie idea!
Vatican whiskey vault.
Robbing the Vatican whiskey vault.
Absolutely.
I'm in. Let's do it. Honestly, though, Pope Leo seems chill. I feel like he'd be in there, like, y'all here. Like, I'll share, dude.
He's watching the Cubs game.
I'm the Pope of the people. He's a White Sox fan.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. He is a White Sox guy through and through. Yeah.
Oh, well.
But you know what? we'll deal with that. We'll allow it.
I'm fine.
You have no affiliation,
I have zero
so
affiliation.
yeah. I only have a affiliation by marriage, so I don't really have a dog in the fight.
Yeah. So this beautiful, it looks like we found it under a sarcophagus.
It looks old school.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. But what it does say is don't mix with Coke. It's actually stuck on the back. It says whatever you do, don't mix this with Coke.
This might be one of those that if B and I saw anyone at a bar putting crushed or cubed ice in it, or we saw somebody mixing it with a Coke, we would come over the bar.
We would.
But
then they paid for it, so they should do what they want.
We've done that before.
Yeah.
We may or may not have grabbed a bartender's hand one time. True story.
All right, we are now into Katie's corner, and she's going to tell us what we should be smelling and tasting. Let's start with aroma. By the way, we were opening with a Jefferson's Reserve. Just the Jefferson's Reserve.
The Jefferson's Reserve that Heather brought B before she knew anything about bourbon.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. It's pleasant.
It's a solid choice. All right, Katie, what we got?
All right, according to Heaven Hill and several overly enthusiastic reviewers online, here's what you should expect. On the nose, you should get butterscotch, caramel, light oak, red apple, and a whiff of floral honey.
Honestly, I can get with the butterscotch, the caramel, and the light oak. I don't know if it's just it's our first episode of the day, to be completely transparent, but I am not getting the apple or the floral honey. B's working really hard to get it. Y'all don't know, too. B has to smell twice as hard to try to get anything. He's got some deviated stuff up in here.
Now that I'm got oxygen just going everywhere. I get the butterscotch and caramel, but it's light. It's not a heavy butterscotch and caramel.
It's a light smell in general.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Katie, what are we supposed to get on the palate? You've got her calling me calling her Miss Katie now.
Miss Katie.
Miss Katie.
What are we going to get on the palate?
On the palate, you should get vanilla cream,
Cinnamon,
toffee, baking spice, and toasted wood.
Well, that sounds delicious. So basically, we're gonna get cinnamon toast crunch.
Man, 7-year-old cinnamon toast crunch.
Sounds delicious.
The finish should be medium long with lingering warmth, spice, and a soft wheated sweetness.
I have thoughts, but I'm gonna let you go first.
Do you ever let anything savor? Do you ever let anything savor?
Sometimes.
It's like you don't emotionally invest in movies either. You want to get right to a chase. Just let things hang there for a minute. It's okay. Think about that entire village that worked to build that mountain.
I savored that movie. I had a dream about that movie last night.
She doesn't cry at movies. She doesn't invest.
Well, are you shedding tears here, or what's your investment giving you?
I cried during the movie last night.
I'm talking
I always
about
cry
the
about
bourbon.
the movie. All right, so I get the baking spice. I'm really enjoying it, obviously. It's basically gone. I do get the toffee. I get the toffee and the baking spice. I get kind of I understand when I think things like vanilla cream, am I getting the taste of vanilla cream? Am I supposed to feel like has a cream texture? Now it is tasty. I think it's tasty. It's clean. It's tasty. It does have a nice medium finish. It does not give you a deep hug. It gives you a nice little, I'm here and I'm bourbon. I think it's excellent. What are your thoughts? Because you had thoughts before.
Well, I've savored now.
Good,
so.
I'm glad.
I'm slightly underwhelmed. I think I had really high expectations. It is not... I don't say that to say there's off notes or there's anything wrong with it. It's very mellow. Almost to the point that really the primary tastes I get are the toasted wood. Maybe a little bit of baking spice. But this is not one compared to some others that we've had that are allocated. This wouldn't be the allocated product I would grab. If I was because sometimes there'll be 3 or 4 behind the counter and you have to pick one. And if
what would you pick over it?
That's allocated?
Sure.
Colonel Taylor.
Okay.
Weller 12.
All right, pause. Okay, yeah, Weller 12. Okay. So you'd pick
That's a weeded.
You'd pick a 12-year weeded over a 7-year weeded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I guess is logical.
All right.
Yeah.
How much is the Colonel Taylor?
How much is it these days?
You
100?
small batch?
Is it 100?
55.
55. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
What's the Weller 12? Weller 12 was like 69.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So what should you be paying for this? If it wasn't allocated, what would it cost? $55.
Is that what? That's what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
MSRP is $55. So let's think about that for a second.
Honestly, the MSRP price. That's hard to say together. I don't have a huge issue with. I would maybe go to 45, but between 45 and 55, I think is appropriate. I just think this is not one I would play the allocation hunting game for.
So if I see that Tuesday, if there's a drop Tuesday, you don't want me to pick
If there's no other option, yeah, unless there's something we like better. But if this is the only allocated, yeah, grab it. For $55, not $250.
No, I wouldn't pay $250 for this.
Yeah. Again, I don't misconstrue that I'm saying there's anything wrong with it or that it's bad. It's just, this isn't one that I tasted and I said, oh my God, I get why it's allocated. I would probably pay a little over MSRP, chase it down.
So the Heaven Hill bottled and bond is how old?
7, right?
7 years. 7 years. 100 proof, 7 years. And its cost is about $50.
Mm-hmm. And we love it, and it's not allocated.
All right, so if this was sitting next to it at that price point, I think it's priced fine.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the plane I'm trying to land here is, and I have felt this way at times about Eagle Rail and Colonel Taylor. And Colonel Taylor's one of my favorites, but there are times when I taste it, I'm like, I really fought this hard for it. I think part of our overwhelmment is the hype machine that came with it that's been created.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
To taste, to find out that we're really appreciative, it's great, but it's a $50 7-year-old weeded bourbon.
What would you rank it be?
A doggle hunt. But not significantly better than that Jefferson's.
Mm-mm. It's a pretty different flavor profile.
Yeah. I think there's more, believe it or not, I think there's actually more flavor in the Old Fitzgerald than there is in the Jefferson.
I think there's more distinct flavors than the Jefferson.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's a good pour, and I feel like it's so hard to articulate when something is still, you recognize the quality and it's good, but you're underwhelmed by it. It wouldn't be your personal cock of the walk. And that's hard for us to explain, I think, sometimes. It doesn't mean we're criticizing it. It means it's not a cock of the walk for me.
I'm glad we had it.
Oh, so glad. And again, if you found it at MSRP and there wasn't a stag sitting beside it, grab it. Absolutely. You know, would be great to have on the shelf. But there are other...
It's pretty.
It is. It's very impressive. It's one of those that I would keep on my bar cart because it looks really good. But
so you want me to write a rant about this and put it on the website for people to read? Got it. Right there.
You heard. That's what Heather said. Yep, y'all heard it right there. That's exactly what I said. All right, sir.
Now, its aroma's opening up a little bit more.
I'm out.
I'm sorry. So until our next episode, being this is Wednesday, that'll be in 48 hours. But
not long.
If you go to torturedbourbon.com, you can read one of B's rants tomorrow
or buy some
at
merch.
4:00. Yeah, anything you'd like.
Or just look at pictures of us and producer Katie and the star of the show Bandit.
Bandit. There's a whole bio on Bandit.
It's pretty adorable.
You should read the bio on Bandit.
I would if I were you, honestly.
You already have. It was great.
I did.
Yes.
I'm telling them they should do the same thing.
All
and
right.
don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And until next time,
Cheers, y'all.